Welcome back to my official podcast. This is Gaurav Ayaan. Obviously, the match had just finished, and pretty much very disappointment from the West Indies batting point of view because obviously nobody has just clicked in the West Indies batting lineup. Once you see West Indies batting lineup, like the Simmons was playing, Andrew Russell was playing, Karen Pollard was playing, but nobody went on to score some runs for West Indies team today, and they just bundle out for only 50 odd runs. And obviously, England bowlers were quite remarkable today. And once you see England batsmen also, they also struggle in quite period. Some once they were chasing a 50-run score, but eventually the score was so little that eventually they went on to score these runs and by losing 4 or 5 wicket, whatever it is. So we will definitely have a discussion on today's match with none other than our very own Saurabh. So Saurabh sir, welcome back to the show, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Gaurav. Pretty disappointment because I actually thought that this will be a high scoring one because both the teams have good batting and a long batting lineup. But as it turned out, the batsmen struggled again. Looks like the pitch was very sluggish. But the West Indies batted badly because they gifted away wickets. They had 8 batsmen, so they could have actually played it slowly and scored up to 120. Even if 120, it could have been a close match, as we saw in the first match itself.
Sir, don't you think it was on the cards for once you talk about West Indies batting lineup because eventually their batsman has the habit of playing in the flat pitches and if you see their matches that was happening in the West Indies also that was the series was happening with I think Australian team. They lost the series by I think they lost the series in their home condition also. I'm just forgetting which series they have lost because their pitches were slow there also. I think in the West Indies and in the today's match, once you see the pitches are getting slow day by day. So West Indies batsmen will not like this kind of pitches because their batsmen are very used to playing obviously in the flat tracks. Saurabh sir?
Yeah, even if this kind of pitches, this kind of performance was not expected because you have enough firepower to, and there were players who could actually play a longer innings. So see the kind of shots that they played. It looked like
Yes.
that they will hit a sixer and they will come back to form. But all these
Yeah.
players, all of them have not played IPL, and Chris Gayle also left in between. Russell was injured, so actually there is a lack of match practice. And even in the practice matches, I think West Indies lost both their practice matches. I think one was against Afghanistan. They lost against Afghanistan also in the practice match.
Yes.
So
Yes. They
then,
lost Afghanistan.
yeah, they're not in a very good form. So it will be very difficult for them in the tournament.
But once you talk about the spinners from the England, they were quite remarkable today. Moeen Ali bowled in the power play. He picked up 2 wickets. It was very surprised that Adil Rashid used to bowl in the power play, isn't it? And Adil Rashid was I think the last bowler who obviously came out and picked up 4 wickets for giving just 2 runs in the T20 era against the West Indies team.
Yeah, I think one of the reason was because of the left-handers. So they started with Moeen
Yes.
Ali, and that clicked also. He picked up a couple of wickets, uh, but the first initial wickets was okay. But after that, I think the turning point was Chris Gale's wicket. Chris Gale hit a couple of fours and then he went out. So that was the problem. But the spinners bowled very well, both Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali. And I'm a bit surprised that West Indies went with only one spinner. I'm not sure of the team, do they have a second spinner or not? But in these pitches, I think they will require another spinner if they are not using Dwayne Bravo. Dwayne Bravo can actually bowl those slower deliveries. But this much of a bad batting performance will not help any team because West Indies, you
Yes.
had that Akil Hosein, he bowled very well. He took a couple of good catches, but you need runs, right? So you need some runs to help your bowlers.
So don't you think West Indies bats? I think there is a no West Indies batsman who can play at a strike rate of 115 and 120 in the middle overs where you can rotate the strike, because obviously this is not kind of the pitches where you can just hit every ball out of the park, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, that is why I think Pollard should have come at number four. He is that kind of a
Yes.
batsman who can actually play for a longer innings, and because many of the times for Mumbai Indians, when Mumbai Indians have been in trouble, he has come in around the seventh, eighth over and has batted till the end. So it was a bit of a surprise that he sent Bravo up. It was a kind of a strange decision because Bravo is no longer the kind of an all-rounder that he used to be.
Yes.
So I think they
Yes.
have only Pollard who can actually play that role. So Pollard should bat a little higher up in the order.
Okay, we have discussed about the West Indies team. Let's move to the England team first of all. Just imagine, sir. We will definitely discuss about more about this England team. But just imagine, sir. Just add Mark Wood, Jofra Archer, who's obviously not available in the T20 squad, is injured. Ben Stokes, and just put him in this squad. How strong England will look like if they all the players would be available for the T20 World Cup, isn't it? And these
Yeah,
players are not available.
there is no doubt that England is the best white ball team in the world today. There is no doubt about it. How they will perform, finally, we do not know. But they are the best team in the world on paper. But a couple of their players are not in form. You have to understand that because Ian Morgan is not in form. David Malan is not in form. Livingston has not been scoring runs from the IPL times. So their batting will also struggle, according to me. Their batting is also going to struggle. So this tournament looks like at the moment it is who bowls better than the other team. So that is how I think this tournament will be defined. That is what the day one is showing. So let's see what happens tomorrow.
And about David Malan, you have mentioned. I think they have moved on from David Malan, isn't it? I think they will prefer Moeen Ali in the top part of the order, isn't it?
Yeah, that's already decided, David Malan. So I do not know why they are playing David Malan because if David Malan is not batting at number three, I don't think they need David Malan. So they can get another batsman or a kind of an all-rounder. I do not know who all are there in the team, but they definitely have a backup. So if David Malan is not in form, then he should not be playing.
Okay, and if you see, sir, England batsmen also struggled today in this kind of pitches, isn't it?
Yeah. That is what because they are a free-flowing team, right? So they always play their shots. These pitches are not good for them. So they will going to struggle. As I said, teams will be playing with three spinners. So I'll not be surprised. Even India might play with three spinners. So because it will be difficult. Means against Pakistan, it might be a different reason. But for other teams against New Zealand or in the other matches, India will be playing with three spinners. By the time the tournament ends, you never know. India might be playing with four spinners also. The way things are going because the pitches are very, very sluggish. But one thing is good. I think this will be very good pitch for Ashwin. These pitches are tailor-made for Ashwin kind of bowling.
Since you have made this point about the pitches, will you see the same kind of score of 150, 118, 120 kind of a score in this T20 World Cup? Because obviously that will be a big reason to worry for the team batting second, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you look at the qualification matches that was happening, we had some good scores also there. Most of the matches went above 150. There was a 170 also. So I'm not very sure. I have to reserve my comments till we see another couple of days because there is a big possibility that these players are not used to this kind of pitches, so they are getting adjusted to it. These things might change from the next match.
Okay. So obviously we have discussed everything about this match. So let's move to our segment called hit and miss. So who was according to us hit in today's match, obviously, and who was according to us miss in that today's match?
Yeah, the hit wise, I will go with Adil Rashid and Akil Hussain. Akil Hussain, I have seen him for the first time. And the way he bowled, even with so less number of runs, he bowled 4 overs at a trot. He came up, I think he picked up 2 wickets, and that catch was marvelous. So Akil Hussain and Adil Rashid, these are the 2 hits. Miss-wise, the entire batting lineup, you have to say, is
Yeah,
a
the
miss.
entire West Indies batting
So
lineup.
you cannot keep up with one name because other than Chris Gayle, everybody was in single digit. So the entire batting lineup of uh, West
Just
Indies
imagine,
was pretty
yeah,
sad.
just imagine with this West Indies batting lineup, sir. The only player who got on the double-digit score was Chris Gayle, and who went on to make 13 runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely bad batting. It was never expected. I expected a very close match and a high scoring match. So the entire day actually ended up in topsy turvy today.
Okay, I think we are done for today, sir. We will meet tomorrow, sir, because we have a proper match. Because the mother of all battles will start from tomorrow. The proper, you can say, for the Indian team, the T20 World Cup will start from the tomorrow, because we will see the India versus Pakistan. So we will meet tomorrow, sir. I think we are done for today. Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you. We will meet
Yeah, thank
tomorrow.
you.
Then, till then, guys, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Till then, we will meet tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
night.
Thank you. Good night.